Hey, what's up there, guys? All Retro's Fun here, and today I'm doing a video about the Sega Genesis Plug and Play by atgames. In this video, I'm pretty much going to make it real short and easy. I'm actually going to talk about some of the pros and cons of this console, why I think it is worth the $40, and what to buy and what not to buy when going out to purchase one of these systems, because I'll let you know now, that new one that came out this year, I definitely will let you know not to buy it. Just keep watching the video and I'll give you the reasons why not to purchase that one. But anyways, to get started on this, you see I have displayed this is pretty much the startup screen. I will be showing you guys all 40 games that are on the console. Also, there's a total of 80 games, but the other 40 are unlicensed Sega Genesis games that ain't even really worth playing. You can play them if you need to. But I want to start this video off by saying this system never intended to compete with the NES Classic. The NES Classic is an official license made by Nintendo system that's very limited, that's using Nintendo hardware, emulated good, and is done correctly. This Sega atgames been out for years. I'm talking 5-6 years ago. They made models that look like a Wii. They've been doing the plug and play. I remember when this came out even 6 years ago, they had a little mini keychain with 20 games built in. They had one with just Sonic on it only. So this thing been out for years. It's not perfect, it's not amazing, but it's good for the price. Why it's good for the price, I'll explain more. Also, I'm gonna explain to you guys which version to get. Now, this one I have, I don't know exactly if there's a specific model number or something, but this one I own came out 3 years ago. It's a white and blue box. The new one is a white and red box that says 25th edition anniversary. The reason why I say not to buy one is because of the games that they actually eliminated out of it. So let's get this video started. As you see on the home screen, these are the built-in games we have. Alex Kidd, Storm, Alter Beast, Aero Flash, which is a really fun game, Bonanza Brothers, Shaka Khan, Columns, which is the Sega Tetris, Comic Zone, really good game. Now these are the games that I tell you guys that makes it worth the value. Comic Zone is about a $15 to $30 game just by itself. Then we have Alex Kidd. Next page, Decap Attack, Echo, 3 different versions, E-SWAT, Eternal Champions. This is a cheap $5-10 game. Fatal Labyrinth, Flicky the Bird, Gaining Ground, Golden Axe. Golden Axe is also another game in the series that, you know, is a little pricey. Sometimes you find them $5, $10, $15. You have Golden Axe 2, Golden Axe 3. So just to get all 3 of those games would cost you more than what the console itself costs. So that automatically makes it worth the money. Kid Chameleon's on there. Definitely makes it worth the money. Mean Bean Machine. Rise Star. Rise Star is a game on the rise. Rise Star is actually a $70 to $60 game, complete in box. Loose, $30 to $40. So this game definitely seen a rise in price over the past year. Shadow Dancer, expensive game. Shinobi 3. Sonic 3D Blast, sucks. Sonic and Knuckles, built in already. Sonic Spinball, Sonic the Hedgehog, Sonic 2. As you guys noticed, yes, they're missing Sonic 3, but the good thing about this console is games that aren't included, like this older one didn't include Mortal Kombat 3, I could pop this into the system and it plays original Genesis games. So if you want to play Street Fighter, NBA Jam, I also play my Aladdin on there. I know it's kind of hard to see. I have Earthworm Jim. Earthworm Jim definitely works on there. If I could get a clear view, yeah. You can stick this right into the atgames and play these games, so that definitely makes it worth it. I mean, the games that are uncompatible, it's a super small number. Like, it's more games that work than don't work. So anyways, just to get all 3 Sonics would cost you about 20-30 bucks. It is missing Sonic 3, which is one of the more expensive ones out of the group, but you could stick the original cartridge in. Now, what definitely makes this worth it is this right here. The fact that you have all 3 Streets of Rage, and I want to get in this conversation. The reason why I said do not buy the new Sega atgames that just released is because they took out the Streets of Rage series to put in the Mortal Kombat 1, 2, and 3 series. So that's why I say do not buy the new one, because the new one, they took out the Streets of Rage series. This right here made it completely worth buying. This completely made it worth buying. Just these 3 games alone will almost cost you $100, and you get all 3 of them packed in. So that definitely makes it your money worth. The Ooze. The Vector Man series. All these definitely made it worth it. Virtual Fighter 2. That's it for the 40 licensed games. The fake games are little weird arcade games. You kind of see the pictures, and I mean, they're nothing amazing. I guess they're like mind games, kind of. None of them are going to be anything exciting, like any type of good platformers or anything like that. They're all see chess, hearts. This is like a bootleg Frogger. It's called Cross the Road. Jewel Magic. Nothing really amazing. Maybe Solitaire. I don't know. Nothing amazing. Here's Battleship. Technically, that's what that is. Whack-a-Wolf. What, Space Hunter. You see, they're all really cheesy games that they got for the other 40. So, I mean, they're real unnecessary. So how about this, guys? Let's start by taking a look at some of the games and how they play. Now, one thing you guys have probably heard about is the sound. And I will agree. The sound, it does not sound the same. That I could definitely agree with. It ain't the best music, but guess what? It gives you the same gameplay and same picture quality as on in the original game. So that's one of the good things. So here we're playing, okay, I suck at this. Uh-oh. Well, there's one thing I realized that sucks. When you use the original controller, see on the atgames controller, it has a reset button where you can pretty much go back to the menu. Let me see if I could do it. Uh-oh. Alright, so I gotta get up and hit restart to go to the next game. So at least you get to see how the screen restarts. Alright, so we're back at the home screen. How about we take a look at how Altered Beast plays, and we'll get the volume up a little bit. Yeah, if you're just 100% enjoy Sega's gameplay and all that, I mean, this is definitely worth getting. Because trying to get an original Sega Genesis and a lot of these original games, if you don't already own them, will cost you a nice amount of money to collect. Now, I do enjoy playing the original. A lot of these games I do own on my console. Because I do own an original Sega Genesis, but, you know, it's fun to just put this in and I could just start playing and don't gotta worry about pulling cartridges in and out and, you know, just get straight to the action. Because you guys could see how bad I suck at these games. Okay. I will die. Alright, let's take a look at another game. Comic Zone is good. Everyone knows that. How about I show you guys how the Streets of Rage plays? So like I said, guys, it's definitely worth the money. The only thing I could recommend is do not buy that new version that came out because they eliminated the Streets of Rage out of it, which literally kills the value of it. Oh, and just so you guys know, the system comes with 2 controllers, so you will be able to, you know, pretty much do co-op play right out of the box if you want to play some of your favorite beat 'em ups. Oh, also I'd recommend, because this thing doesn't have a HDMI, it's actually regular AV plug, so just the white and yellow. Even though I don't know why this system comes out in modern days and they wouldn't do HDMI. The only thing is, if you want the best quality and sound of this, I would recommend you still have to play this on an original CRT TV or an old box TV or something that has the original red, white, and yellow um, component outputs, because if not, you could play this on HD TV, but you'll get the same issues you have when you hook up an original Genesis or Nintendo, Super Nintendo, or any other retro console that you own. You'll pretty much have the same issue with the blurriness, the ghost, and the fuzziness. So still play this on an old school CRT TV if you own one. So games like this to me are what made people go back to retro. Because once PS3 and Xbox 360 came out, I realized, where'd all the beat 'em ups go? Where's all the games like this? They don't make stuff like this anymore, and that's one of the things that brought people back to wanting to play games from their childhood. I thought I outgrew them, but gameplay is everything. I mean, everything now is just about the best graphics and all that, and you can make a game like this to me where it just resembles a cartoon and good graphics, and definitely makes it worth it. So like I said, guys, there's a lot of good games on here. It's definitely worth it. Definitely go for the older model if you guys can. So if you ever see this at a flea market or pawn shop, I'd assume that if you see it, the console by itself, it's worth taking the risk, especially if it's only like 10-15 bucks, because you're still guaranteed good games. But like I said, they did take out Streets of Rage in the newer one, which is something a lot of people aren't talking about. Because there's a lot of people who think this is some new system that just came out this year. No, this thing been out for years. This is years it's been out, and it's the console definitely worth it. Um, I could definitely check out some more games. I don't want this video to be 30 minutes long, but I mean, I could check out some other games on here, like Rise Star. How about that? I'll put in Rise Star. Everybody knows about Streets of Rage. Let me show you guys some Rise Star gameplay. So yeah, this game recently rose in price, and now this is a expensive game to get. It's almost like a Sega CD intro, the black and white. So as Sega's usually known for, very colorful platformer. This instantly reminds me of Rayman or something like that. Definitely a really good platformer. Yeah, this has a lot of elements of Rayman. Look at, instead of him having invisible arms, you can see his arms. So oh, oh, whoa, whoa. Now how do I get up higher? Okay. I really never played this game on here, but this actually isn't that bad. So I can see why this probably went up in value. And I mean, I ain't gonna lie, me as a kid, if I seen this game, I wouldn't have any type of interest in playing as some star with gloves on. So, I can see why this game probably did go up in value and ended up being a little bit more rare than people expected it to be. Because this platforming is actually pretty good on here. And I like all the different angles. I like how Sega tried to make games where it wasn't just completely 2D left and right or up or down. It's angles and, a lot of elements from the Contra series. Alright, let's see. Oh, so he can stretch his arms out pretty far, I see. Alright, let's get this treasure chest first. See if this is some extra area. Okay, I don't know if I just died or not, but anyways, guys, that's pretty much the video and what to get and what not to get. And me personally, I definitely say that this is definitely worth getting for 40 bucks. they're after the holidays. I definitely always see these get marked down in price. I've went out and seen these as cheap as $29.99 and $19.99 after the holidays. So it's definitely worth picking up. Keep your eyes out for the older model because these new ones do not have the Streets of Rage series in it. So I mean, it's still worth it for a lot of the other games. You still get all the Shinobi games, Golden Axe, all that, but I mean, you need your Streets of Rage, definitely. So anyways, guys, this is the video. This is a quick small review, and is it worth buying? Definitely thanks for watching, guys. Check out some of my other videos. Definitely subscribe. Let me know if you like the video. I could do more videos like this. Peace.